Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for joining in. So, since the price of Bitcoin is seeing this retracement and now we are hovering around this 38,000 range, what does this mean for Bitcoin? And also, what kind of scenario we should expect next? So, before I dive into the content, let me also give you a quick view from this beautiful place where I'm right now. You can see the mountains on the back. Let me show you a bit more. Look at this beautiful view. Now let's dive into the content. So as you can see, guys, yesterday we talked about this broadening wedge and I made it very clear. Even though this is a bullish scenario, if we are going to break out of this upper line area from this broadening wedge, we must also, right, that is not enough, we must also break the resistance from the previous support line, because we know if you look at this price structure, simply by using this horizontal channel, each and every time the previous support was tested, while we were trying to break out of it, you can see we got rejection. Similar scenario happened after retracement. The previous support line acted as a resistance and then again price retracement, and you can see this exact scenario has unfolded again and again. And yesterday, when the price of Bitcoin was retesting the previous support line, I made it very clear, if the price of Bitcoin is going to break out of this 39,000 price area and find support above it, then this is going to be a trend continuation. Otherwise, this could be another movement just like here from the past Bitcoin price action. I mean, a lower highs, lower lows continuation pattern, and this is exactly what happened also in price action of Bitcoin. But now, since the price of Bitcoin after retesting around this 37,000, is it ready for this new impulsive movement? Because we know, guys, we know we also got resistance before we were trying to break out of this 40,000 range, and exactly at the same line, the line which previously acted as a support, right, this line which previously acted as a support acted as a resistance when the price of Bitcoin was trying to break out of here. And you can see exactly after getting rejection around that area, right around this 40,000, we started this downward rally. And now if you look at another rising trend line, which is also a very important line for us, because in the past Bitcoin price action, whenever we have lost the support from this rising trend line, after that we have started this downward rally. And since the price of Bitcoin in our case right now has also broken the support from this rising trend line, right, and the same line also acted as the resistance, this is actually a sign of danger. So that is the reason why I showed you with Williams alligator indicator, MACD, T3CCI indicator, RSI line, that the trend in a daily time frame is clearly weakening. So even if you are going to see any sort of impulsive movement, the overall look for Bitcoin is still very weak. And beside this, guys, yesterday what I also talked about was this falling wedge, because we knew if the price of Bitcoin is going to get rejection around this 39,000 price range, then where we are getting gravitated, exactly at this lower line area, because we know in the past Bitcoin price action, this lower line has always acted as a support. And this is exactly, guys, this is exactly what also happened here in price action of Bitcoin. After failing to break out of this 39,000 range, the price of Bitcoin started this lower movement where we got gravitated towards the lower line area from this falling wedge. And this exact area is one of the strongest line of support which we have in a daily time frame. And now what does this mean? Is this trend also going to see this impulsive movement here in the immediate short term? What I personally think is the price of Bitcoin now could be slowly showing this impulsive movement and price again getting attracted towards the upper line area from this falling wedge, because we know this lower line area has not just only been a strong line of support for Bitcoin. Also, if you look at this price action using broadening wedge, this broadening wedge lower line was also a very strong line of support. And now, since the price has already tested the support from this broadening wedge, you can see and also the lower line area from this falling wedge. Here in the immediate short term, I am expecting the price of Bitcoin to see this relief rally type of scenario. And if this relief rally is going to happen, then my personal target in the immediate short term is again going to be around this 0.5 to 0.618 Fibonacci line. The 0.5 to 0.618 is lying around 38,900 to 39,000 price range. So here in the immediate short term, I am actually expecting the price of Bitcoin to see this rally here in this manner, and only after flipping this into support around 39,000, this trend could potentially see this impulsive movement. Otherwise, guys, getting rejection around this line could be a movement here to the downward direction, because we know the price of Bitcoin. If you look at this, right, if you look at this Williams Alligator indicator, according to this Williams Alligator indicator, we have always made a lower highs once we got rejection from this Williams Alligator indicator lines, because we know every time when we were trying to break out of it, this line was a strong line of resistance. And also a couple of days ago, when the price of Bitcoin was trying to break out of it, the same line acted as a resistance. And now we are seeing this moving here to the downside. So overall market structure is bearish, right? But here in the immediate short term, I am actually expecting some sort of a relief rally to happen here in price action of Bitcoin. But for an actual continuation pattern, for an actual bullish movement, we clearly have to flip this resistance completely around this 40,000 to 40,200 into support. If that is going to happen, then my personal target is going to be around 44,000 range. But as long as we are going to remain below this 40,000 or to 39,000, guys, that is a clear sign of weakness, which is also indicating the price, even though we are going to see any sort of relief rally, is still going to continue here to the downward direction, forming more of a lower highs, lower lows continuation pattern type of scenario.
So this is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this video was helpful enough. If that's the case, then do hit the like button, and also for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye.